sentenced to just 14 years. Rashad Weaver now set to spend the minimum time behind bars for his crime in 2019 when he stabbed Majors to death while trying to steal her iPhone. 3 teenagers were convicted in the attempted robbery and killing. Weaver was the last to be sentenced. The DA arguing that Tessa's family had agreed to a sentencing range of 14 years to life in prison. Tessa, a student at Barnard College, was just 18 years old at the time of her death.
So horrible. Meantime, a Los Angeles prosecutor blasting progressive politics after the city saw 2 women murdered last week at the hands of men with previous criminal records.
Yeah, this comes as police confirm they've arrested the alleged killer in the murder of 24-year-old UCLA student Brianna Kupfer. Los Angeles Deputy District Attorney John Hatami joins us now. Good morning to you, sir. And I want to start there with the arrest of Sean Laval Smith, accused of this senseless murder of Brianna Kupfer, because we've heard his story before. He has a criminal rap sheet with felonies in multiple states. There's the montage of mugshots that spans several years. So why was he not behind bars, and who's to blame?
Well, my prayers go out to the family of Brianna, and it is really a tragic situation, and I'm so sorry for what happened to Brianna, and I feel so bad for the family. Here's the situation we have. George Gascon and his group of progressive prosecutors, funded by George Soros, have been going around the country promoting zero bail. This has been affecting many cities and many states in this country. And George Gascon, his group of progressive prosecutors, and George Soros care more about violent criminals than they do about you, about me, about families, and about children. And it's really time that we vote them all out. This individual who's been arrested has a rap sheet that spans 2 coasts. He has over 12 arrests in a 10-year period. Many of those arrests are violent. He has an open case out of South Carolina involving a gun. He was arrested here in West Covina in October 2020 on a case that was rejected by my office in February 2021. He should not have been out of custody. He should have been in custody so everybody in the public is safe. And really, a lot of people have failed in this situation, but one of the main individuals that has failed is George Gascon.
Yeah.
But John, George Gascon was voted into office. Bear with me here, because I think sometimes when bad things happen in poor areas, you don't get a lot of change. But when bad things happen in richer areas, like the Fairfax district where Brianna was murdered, like where this suspect, Smith, was apprehended, Fair Oaks in Colorado, in Pasadena. I've walked on that road countless times at that intersection. Is this the wake-up call the rich liberals who voted George Gascon into office need to ultimately make some change and get him out?
People need to understand that George Gascon's policies and leadership have failed. It is a 15-year high, the homicide rate here in Los Angeles. We have, compared to 2019, it's over a 50% increase in homicides in the city and over a 90% increase in homicides in the county. There are many individuals who are being victimized, and George Gascon bears a big responsibility for this. He doesn't seem to care. His policy basically is he's put out to everybody that you're not going to be held accountable or responsible for your criminal activity. And what's happened is we now have a city of lawlessness where people feel that they can commit crimes and get away with things and not be held responsible or accountable for that. His response, he said crime is overwhelmingly not on the rise in Los Angeles. His management's response is that we're exaggerating the crime statistics. That is a slap in the face to Brianna, a slap into the face to Sandra, the nurse who was killed, a slap in the face to their families, and a slap in the face to all the victims here in Los Angeles County. And it shows George Gascon does not care about the individuals here in the county that he is taking an oath to protect.